This man was being beaten by police on the street, but he just stared at them coldly. He showed the officers his ID, but they didn't even glance at it before forcibly arresting him. After the cops checked that no one was around, they pulled out their batons and swung at the man. But he was quick and dodged all their attacks. He only stopped resisting when the officers drew their guns on him. They then locked him in a holding cell and pulled out a stun baton to shock him. But he endured the excruciating pain and suddenly headbutted one of the cops, then kicked the stun baton away. At that moment, another officer rushed into the room and stopped them, because the police chief had verified the man's identity and discovered he was actually a military veteran. The chief immediately ordered the man's release. But just as he was about to leave the office, a young woman walked in. The man only glanced at her before leaving, but the moment he stepped out of the station, he realized he'd forgotten to take back his ID. So he turned back to the office to retrieve it, only to find the police chief harassing the young woman. The chief ordered him to leave immediately, but when he saw the fear on the girl's face, his military instincts kicked in. As the chief moved toward him, he threw a heavy punch that knocked him out cold. He then grabbed an ashtray as a weapon and ripped out the phone cord. He led the young woman out of the office. But just then, an officer entered the chief's office. The man pulled out the ashtray and knocked him unconscious before he could react. Next, he wrapped the phone cord around his hands and strode into the hallway. By the time the other officers realized what was happening, the man struck without hesitation, quickly taking them down with just a few moves. He then swiftly disassembled one officer's gun. Just as he was about to leave with the girl, he ran right into the sergeant and his men. He shoved the girl out of the room and fought the three officers alone. Soon, they were all knocked to the ground one by one. The man emptied all the bullets from their guns and continued walking out. However, another officer rushed out. Seeing the scene before him, he immediately drew his baton. The man positioned the girl behind him and easily subdued the officer. Just like that, every single cop in the station had been defeated by him. The two escaped through the stairwell, but unfortunately ran into the deputy chief. The man didn't finish him off, as the officers stationed on the stairs rushed up to assist but received an even worse beating. After knocking them down one by one, the man escaped the station with the girl. The officers standing guard outside the building had no idea what had just happened. The man calmly asked them for a cigarette, then left with the girl.